Alright, so I am back in continuation with this part of the series. I am making things to put in here. I'm just going to make a few things, like 3 wands and just a couple of items, not too much. So we're still working with the same paper line called Hocus Pocus from Echo Park. And we're going to make a wand, a rosette first, from scratch. I'm not going to use a die or my silhouette. I don't feel like turning it on. So, and I haven't done one from scratch in a little bit. So I'm also going to be using these straws. I decided to just use the orange and black. These are from Walmart, and they're really cool. They're very simple. You know, don't need too much color going on. I thought I would just use the orange. I kind of like just the orange. I'm not going to mix it up. So for now, I'm going to leave those there. I went back to this same pattern like before because I thought this would make a really pretty rosette. And it has green on the back, so it doesn't have, you know, the other patterns like this that wouldn't look good on the back. So I figured, well, I'll just use one that has 2 sides that look good. And we're also going to be using for the edges this Fiskars Fence Border Punch, which I had for quite some time now. So we're going to use that. And I'm just going to cut down now. To kind of get an idea of how big you want your rosette to be, you're going to cut strips that are half the size of what you think you want your rosette to be. So if you want like a 4-inch rosette, then you're going to cut it a 2-inch, about a 2-inch strip. So I'm just cutting off that border for now. And also, do you want a 4-inch? So you kind of look at your thing. You don't want it to be like bigger than your pocket. It could, you know, I've made them where they're just the same size. So here's 4 inches. So it's going to be quite big, but I think I do want one big one. So we're going to do a 4-inch rosette. So I'm going to cut 2-inch strip out of a 12-inch paper. 2-inch. Let's see, is that 2? Actually, I'm going to make it longer because if you weren't going to do a decorative edge, you could do just a straight out 2 inches. But when you do a border punch, you're going to lose, as you can see, from the tip of the fence to, you know, where the blue starts. You're going to lose about that much paper. Okay, so I'm going to cut it about that much longer. And which would be like, what is that, 1/8 of an inch maybe? So I'm going to do 2 1/8 of an inch strips and make sure it's straight. Okay, I think 1 strip is enough. We're going to see. So I got the 1 strip, and I'm going to crease it first. Make my folds first before I punch it, just so I don't tear the border when it's done. So we're just going to make some score marks. If I could find my little, there it is. And I am going to score it. Do I want to do a 1/2 inch pleat or a 1/4 inch pleat? I think I'm going to do 1/2 inch pleats and see how that works. You could do the pleat however thick you want it, but I'm going to see what the 1/2 inch looks like, because I don't know until I actually put it together. I can always cut another piece. I went a little too far on that one. So before you actually fold all your pleats, you're going to punch your edge, and then you can put it all together. What is that? Okay, so do I need 2 of these? I might need 2 of these, but let's just see what. I feel like I'm going to need the second one. We're just going to go ahead and punch it and go for it. and learn the hard way. You're back. Miss Haley is back. It's gonna be nosy. And I really do suck at using border punches. So hopefully I get it right this time. I think I did. Yay. Just gotta follow these little grid marks. I can't see them once you put the paper down. That's why sometimes I just use my Silhouette and use the files to make these things, because it's so much easier than trying to punch these holes. See, I missed one. I have to put it back in and hopefully get it in the right place. I don't know why my camera makes that noise. Sometimes it doesn't always do it. Like right now, it's clicking. Can't do anything about it. I'm guessing it's the while it's focusing every time I move. Okay, yay, it came out. That's cool. Alright, so let's see if I could put this together with just using one of these, and we're going to start folding this. It doesn't matter which direction you start, up or down, just get it all. And I think I will need a second one of these. I'm already visualizing that I'm going to need it, because it's not going to go all the way around. Nope. Okay, so let's do a second one. I haven't done one of these in a while. So remember, it is 2 1/8. And then score every 1/2 inch. Oops. Come on. I think I'm pushing a little too hard. Just trying to do this fast here, but it's every 1/2 inch. Okay. Back to this again. Okay. I'm almost there. My cat is wanting me to play with her. Even though I've been playing with her all morning, on and off, as I keep getting up. I'm just going to cut that by hand because I have a feeling it's going to mess up. It's just that one little piece. And you probably won't even see that when I glue it all together. Alright. Hey. So now we can fold this one. Now, this time, since you're doing two, you got to make sure that whichever way you ended here, this one's going up, then the other one has to go down. So if your other one ends down, then this one has to go up, because they have to interlock together when you glue them. So that you do have to be aware of. We're just gonna fold this also. Hope my glue gun's still on. Yep. I need to figure something out so that I can keep it. I'm watching my cat. She's just playing with herself now with a little hair elastic. She loves those hair elastics. The ones that I use on my Micro TNs. So she's gotten her paws on a few that she plays with. Let me crease this one again really good. Okay, so again, make sure that whichever direction this one is going, whichever one you want to look at, the second one is going in the opposite direction, and that's going to get glued together. And I like to use wet glue for this, and then I use hot glue for the rest. So we're going to put some wet glue down here, and I usually make the pleats smaller. It's the first time I've done it so big, but I kind of want to see how it comes out. So we're going to put that together, make sure it's all lined up. Hold on while it dries real quick, and then when you put it together, you're not going to see any of those seams. And now we're going to go back and do this side. So again, they got to be so that one end fits on the other. Okay. And line it up. Alright, so now we have this. I'm going to put my glue away. Alright, so what you're going to do is find out which is your back and front. I kind of like this as my front. I'm going to turn it the other way by flipping it up. So your back side should be flipped up as so, because this is going to come down and you're going to put your backing there. Okay, so I need to punch out a circle. Let me go and get a circle, and since this is a pretty big piece, I'm going to get a decent sized circle punch out. I think we'll use, of course this doesn't have a size on here. Wish they would put sizes on all punches, but this is from Marvy. Not sure where I got it from, but this one measures an inch. It's almost an inch and a half. It's not actually an inch and a half. That's a weird measurement, unless it is here. Oh, I gotta measure this here. It's 2 inches. Sorry, I don't know why I was measuring that part. I thought. Okay, you guys, so this is a 2-inch circle, and I think that's pretty good. Let's just get a scrap paper that I've already cut out. I'm actually just going to camouflage it by using the same one that I have here. And let's cut that piece off. This one's a little hard. There. We got that. And that's just going to be so we don't see anything back there. Okay, so once you put this together, this is what you're gonna do, and then you put down your center. So let's just get some glue on this. I'm gonna put enough on here so it stays kind of hot while I maneuver this, because you gotta kind of, and then you want to open up your pleats so they're all kind of even, not all squished together. Alright, I think that's good. I think. Okay, so that's how that looks. And you could put another piece here, which I will, but I probably will use a smaller one instead of such a huge one, in case, you know, I try not to cover too much of that. So now I need my smaller hole punch, which I don't have out. This time I have, this one here actually says the size, 1.5. So this one was my 1.5. This one is from the Paper Studio. And I'm going to do the same thing, and this time this pattern is going to be up front, so it's kind of camouflaged with itself. Anyway, you probably won't even see that once I decorate it all. This way now it's a little more stable, and it doesn't, you know, want to go in and out. Alright, so now we have a pretty sturdy and thick rosette. It's actually not as big as my pocket, but it should be about 4 inches. Let's see. And it is a 4-inch rosette. See? So again, to figure out the, you know, how big you want a rosette, just cut half the size, you know, of a strip. So now we're going to add our straw, and all you gotta do is squeeze the top, and then it's gonna slip in here, and it's gonna hide in whatever you put. And you want to find, like, this is a little bit higher than I wanted it, so I'm gonna put it there, and then whatever I put down there is gonna get covered. So I'm just gonna put some hot glue on the tip, or on that little wedge that I just made, and slip it, where do I want it? Right here, right there. Okay, so there's our start of our wand, and we're going to keep adding to it. Okay, so we're just going to keep going and add more stuff. Now I had saved, I don't know where I put it, I saved like a fabric rosette from something else, but I'm not sure where it went. It was off of one of these things, but I don't think I want to use that. This is from the Dollar Tree, so it was one of these. I just don't know where it went. I lost it. So I'm thinking maybe I'll make a rosette out of this black. See, it might be just too much darkness. Yeah, I want it to be because I want the netting. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll use that trim that I had used on the loaded pocket. And I'm going to just take it off, completely off of here. And we're just going to, this is from Hobby Lobby, I think. It's 2 layers of trim. I'm going to start with the bottom and put my glue on here, I think. Let's see here. And then just, no, I can't use that. I gotta get it onto my circle here. And I'm scrunching it in as I go. And I'm putting it on my circle because I kind of want to bring it in a little bit from the border here. So we'll just do that. We'll go on the circle instead. Okay, let's just get this stuff out of the way. Sorry. One day I'll figure out my camera situation so I don't keep hitting it. Okay, my netting keeps getting caught on the little prongs. Almost done. Okay. So we can cut. Cut that. Alright, all the black covers up all my pattern there, but I still like the way this looks. Alright, so then let's figure out what else we could top on that. While I put this trim back. And maybe it'd be cool just to put one of these. I've already made one where it has hello, oh, spider. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'll be back. Okay, so I was like pulling out a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if I wanted to do like a little bow on here, but I'll put that to the side. I think I'm going to go with Cutesy. I feel like I need some white up here, and I think I'm going to use one of these little, I think these are wood, that I just recently got from Hobby Lobby. So we're just going to see how that looks. I like how it's glittered up. And I think he's going to look great right there. Just like that. And that would be the end of that. Hey! No. She's really trying to get my attention. Scratching my chair. So, do I want another circle behind here? It's like I feel like I need to punch another circle. Maybe out of this paper. Nah, I think it's fine like that. We're just going to glue him directly on. Let's see what the bow would look like out of this. It's got all these colors in there. I've had this for a long time, and it's probably from the Dollar Tree. So, put this to the side. I'm actually going to use my little bow maker. And even though it has wire in there, sorry, where's my bow maker? Oh my gosh, it's way over there. Oh, there it is. I should have pulled this out. I knew I was going to be making bows eventually. I just wanted to use it just to make a decent sized bow. And I just need twine. I'm going to use this here. That was gifted to me. Piece of that. Hopefully that's enough. This way. This little mini bow dabber is from Walmart. Found where the ribbon is in the craft section over by the fabrics. So let's get this glue gun out of the way. I don't really want a tail on here, so we're just gonna do this. And how the heck am I gonna do this? Actually, I gotta twist this. Wait, I think I know what I gotta do. I'm gonna twist it this way. That way this is backwards. Make it a little bit shorter. I'm going to use this to help me. Now, you got to twist and turn as you go so that everything is facing the right direction, since this is only one-sided. Okay, so we're going to cut that right there for now. Okay, now I'm going to slip this over kind of like so, so I get the 2 loops. Alright, so I'm going to hold that there so I can tie this and everything stays in place. Okay, cut that short. And just kind of fix this up a bit. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's just trim so that's even. And I like to fold these little ends up because of the wire inside. They tend to want to slip out and they can hurt. Okay. Alright, so now let's get this on with some hot glue. Just centered. That noise you hear is my cat. She's under my desk, snooping around, trying to climb on things that she shouldn't. Right, so now the little ghosts can go right there. So I pretty much covered my rosette. But that's okay. And I did put a decent amount of hot glue there so it kind of grabs on to everything. What are you doing down there? Okay. I've got my little ottoman or footstool underneath this desk so I can plop my feet up when I need to. She's sitting there right now. Okay. And that is it. That is my first one for my... The others are going to be a little more simple. This is kind of the main one that's going to slip in here. It could go either to the side or in the middle. It's probably going to be in the middle. So the other two, I think what I will do, I know I want to make one with chenille stems, and I don't have too much orange, but I do have some in here. So let's just pull out orange. There's really no green in here. And this purple. And there's one last black in here, so I'm not even going to pull out of the other package, but let's just get these 3 colors. So we're going to do a quick and easy one. I already did this on one of my other videos, so we're going to just do it again. And you get your chenille stems, you grab some kind of either a pencil or a paintbrush or even your finger. It all depends on how thick you want to make your coils. So you can actually just take your finger and make some thick coils, which maybe I'll do. And then you leave one end. Actually, I kind of like that for this particular project, so we're going to do that. Just going to use our finger. Otherwise, you can use like a thin paintbrush if you want to make thinner coils. That's what I did on the previous wand that I made not that long ago. It's in this series. And we'll do this one too. Hold on. I don't know why it's... There we go. Always just leaving the end. And then... There. So now I got 3 coils going on. I like 3. So you can always just do 1. See? And then you're going to take all 3. Wind them together real tight. Okay, and then you're going to put some hot glue and then you're going to slip it into your straw, and that's the end of that wand. Super easy and quick. And it's going to be a little bit of a mess with the glue, but you're going to put it in and turn it as you go. As you can see, my glue is kind of all over the place, so I'm going to carefully wipe it off with my finger. If you do it pretty fast, you barely feel the burn. But I don't suggest people do that. You could use your protector to do that, but I don't even feel it. Okay, you can always put something else around that. I'm just going to leave it that way. And fix your coils. Whoops, I think I just bent that one. You can, you know, pull them. I'm going to just squeeze that first couple of coils. Alright, so that, afterwards I probably will be cutting it down because it's a little too long. Unless I put it back here. It all depends on where it's going to go. In, you know, once I put everything in, it could go like there. So there's our second one. And we're going to do one more because I like 3s. I have 2 ideas. Either a spider on a straw or the bat. I have 1 bat left from the Dollar Tree. And it does have this silver that coordinates. So let me, it has a clip, which you can just clip it on and not worry about gluing it. But it's kind of facing down instead of up. And I kind of like the bat idea. Yeah, let me put this to the side. I'm going to put the bat, but I'm going to remove this. Okay, and then make sure I don't mess it up. Flatten out my straw. And it's just going to sit on that. And put the glue on my straw and then the bat directly on there. And I'm going to put him facing up. That's a super quick, easy wand. And again, I might cut these down so that they're all going in different heights. Oh, too much glue there. So let me slide that in. But I won't cut them till after I put all the other goodies. That way I can see what's showing, what needs to show, what doesn't need to show. So that's, I mean, right there, that already looks pretty cool as is. So we've made 3 wands for this, and this is the second part to this part of my Halloween 2017 series. And this is the wands. Really cool and spooky. Love it. I love it. I like the pop of white coming up here since there's some white down here. I want to see if I could find a way to add this spider in here. Kind of looks cool right there. Things that go bump in the night. Let's get that on here before I say my goodbyes, because I think that's cool. Of course, it should be a smaller spider, but because the bat is not that big. But I really like the look of the dimension. And then we're done. And he's not covering up too much of the decor. Okay. Alright, you guys. So stay tuned for the next part. I think what I'll be doing, I have left to do is a couple more bows. And then packaging to go in here. And then I do also want to make another Halloween card somehow to fit in here, and then I will load it up with goodies and stuff. So there'll be at least 2 more videos for this part of the series, which is this, we're gonna call it the Hocus Pocus part. Alright, I'll be back again. See you guys next time.